hello, hello. Hi, hi, hi. Hi, everybody. Thank you for being here. Please share, 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 share. Let people know that the live is happening. And today we are talking about a lot of body positivity stuff. So if you have been looking for more content like that from me, this is the best time to tap in. Hey, hey, hi, 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 hi. Oh goodness, it's so annoying. Hi. I just want y'all to know, streaming from multiple places is difficult. So you should be so excited that you're here because I made it happen. Hey, alrighty. So hi everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Happy Think Back Thursday. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for showing up. Hey. Thank you for sharing. Remember, liking is free, sharing is free, and this is how I can keep maintaining doing this life. Okay, so if you appreciate the lives at all, if you think there's anything to gain from it, please share it. Share it with people because there is obviously something to share here. There's value, there's information, and I'm glad to talk to you. I need people to talk to in order to talk to you. So hey, hi, hi, hi. Thank you all for being here. Happy Think That Thursday. As always, I am Seisha. We are talking a lot about body stuff today. And when I say body stuff, I know like that's not specific. So it's like, what do you mean body stuff? Hey, hi, hi. Yes, thank you for the likes. Thank you for the shares. I appreciate it. So when I say we're talking about body stuff, I mean like bathing suit time is here. It's summer. We are in our pools. We're at the beach. We're doing these things. And you guys know I very recently, or hopefully you know, and if you don't know, I'm glad to tell you that I recently dropped a swimsuit line that goes from sizes 2 extra small to 6 extra large because of the opportunity for representation and just the fact of like showing up there. But the thing is that I think the surprises that I have received the most have been people's responses to these bathing suits. But I'm gonna get there. So to start off, I know bathing suit time. If I want you to put raise your hand in the chat, raise your hand in the comments if you are like bathing suits. Wait a minute, hold up. I don't know if I'm ready to be in a bathing suit. I have questions. I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable. I always have to plan it out because I'm like in my head and like I might start hyperventilating. Like bathing suits. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't know about this. Maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I don't want to put it on for whatever reason, right? I'm not asking you necessarily the reason. I'm probably going to hit it on my list of stuff, but raise your hand if that's you. Yeah, that is you too. I know. I get it. What's funny, I was telling Clyde, like moving to Florida, right? The concept of being here and knowing that you could honestly get like invited to a pool party in November or whenever, right? Like I feel like the rest of the world focuses on bathing suit time in summer, which is now, and why I'm having the conversation now. But it's just true. You can just get invited to a pool party or to the beach like all year long, damn near. And it's so weird. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for sharing. Keep it up. Please continue to share this message. I want to talk to the most people possible. So yeah, like the fact that your body might have to be in a bathing suit like any time of year is whew, it can be a little like, oh, wait a minute, I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't prepared. I didn't think about this. I wasn't trying to do that, right? Especially if you're the kind of person you're like worried about like getting ready for vacations. And then I know a lot of the bathing suits are all like skimpy and revealing and this and the other. And mind you, y'all know me, I have no problem with skimpy or revealing, but that's not the point. If if you do have discomfort, if it is a problem for you, if it is annoying to you, if whatever the thing is, right? If you're like, oh my God, I'm stressed about it. If you have those feelings, that's very, very normal, extremely normal to have those thoughts, those feelings, those like bouts of nervousness in your body and the way it's represented. And then like, listen, if you chose not to and you said, look, bathing suit is not for me and I'm gonna stand 10 toes down, then congratulations. Then you are confident in that fact for whatever reason. The thing is, does that come from confidence? because that's what we do here, y'all. We live in the most confident space that we possibly can, and that's on purpose, right? And I love to create and to value that space for the people that want to be in it with me, right? This is how I ended up dropping this bathing suit line, because people always talk about me doing yoga on the beach or at the pool in my bathing suit and just being out there. Yeah, right. You too, right? So thank you so much. Right. And so the concept of just knowing that you can go out there, you can show your body, you can like just represent yourself, you can just be out there and live life. You don't have to represent shit. You don't have to do anything for anybody else. You're just out there. You are just existing, and you can just exist in this space, but that feels really hard, right? That can feel really hard. That can feel really stressful. That can feel like an uncomfortable space that you don't actually want to do, right? Just because I go out there and I do bother to present myself in a space of representation on purpose all the time, you don't have to do that. That wasn't your job. You didn't ask for that necessarily, but you can just go out there and exist. Hey boo, exactly, right? So this is where I love to have these conversations, because really the question, like, you kind of have to like work through those questions yourself, right? Because I know for myself, when I was younger, I really questioned wearing a bathing suit. I questioned um other clothing. I questioned like skimpier stuff. But then like I also, on the other end of that, like a lot of bigger women, and honestly a lot of women regardless, I went through the phase of wearing the baggy clothes and wearing loose stuff, because it's like, all right, well, my body, it keeps getting attacked. Let me do this. And it's like, nah, your body's still getting attacked no matter what you wear, no matter what you put on. So can you resonate with that feeling that like, yeah, your body's going to get attacked. Somebody's going to say something inappropriate, or your whatever's in the media is going to make you feel like you're not appropriate, or you're not, like, you got something to do, you got to fix it, whatever it is, like, yeah, you too, right? So I mean, I know that I'm not in this feeling by myself, because then there would be nobody to talk to about it, right? I've been talking about this stuff for a long time now. I know that this exists. I know it, and I know it. One, it lives in our heads, because that's a real thing. But at the same time, not only does it live in our heads, it lives in real life. We see it. There are examples of this. It's not made up in your head that the way you've been viewed is questionable, or is inappropriate, or is an attack, or is, because some people are genuinely attacking you. And I'm sorry. I hate that they do that. I'm so sorry for you. Feel the next person that does it, send them to me. We'll chat. I'll rough them up for you. Okay. But I can't do anything other than that, other than help you, because you are here. You showed up. You're pouring into yourself by being here, by being a part of the conversation, and by participating and trying to love your body in different ways. And that's why we are here. So yeah, as I was saying, like, I know as a personal thing, like for me, when I was a kid, I wasn't comfortable with it. And a big thing, I don't know if y'all saw my last post, a huge thing for me was my rolls, like the fat rolls, the rolls of fat where it squishes. Listen, uncomfortable showing it, uncomfortable with people acknowledging it, uncomfortable with the idea that it just exists on my body. I know these are things that were attacked when we were children, like people, the ads for all the workout stuff, that terrible 90s diet culture that we grew up with, right? You remember that? Yes. Right. So we grew up with these horrific ideas. Thank you so much. I think I always get compliments on the TikTok feed, because TikTok has like great quality for the live. I really think that's it. I think that's the main thing. Anyway, sure, ask away. But so when, like I was saying, when we would have to go to situations where like my body was shown a different way, or like I was supposed to wear a certain thing. Like I did dance, I did swim, I did gymnastics. I was very active. I was very, into all the stuff. And grandma put me in stuff, so I wasn't just sitting around the house, basically. And hi. Oh, say you're with your sister and she likes to embarrass you in front of men and friends. Ooh, would you feel away? Hey, so that's a great question. So I'm gonna come back to it a little bit, right? It's gonna tie me back in there. So when I was in situations when I was younger and I was situated, because it's just not now, right? But when I was in those situations, I did always feel like the butt of the joke because of the way my body looked, because it was not desirable according to the people that I was around or whatever. Now, let me say this: everybody gets made fun of. Everybody gets made fun of. Everybody gets made fun of. And let me, don't be hanging around black people because everybody gonna get it. Okay. And so I know this as a fact, especially now being an adult, right? But I definitely got like made fun of a lot and picked out a lot. And so there was a lot of times where if I was in situations where like just the idea of throwing me under the bus, like, well, she's the fat one, then that's the easy target. So like that has happened to me 9 million times. And it's like, the problem is that it still happens. Like people will definitely still be like, but you're fat, or like try to do things like that. And it's like, all right, well, like I don't care. I don't. This is hey, right? Like I can't be stressed about this. So I just feel like the those kind of moments, what you do is they are coming from. You see their damage. You see their problems. You see where they're broken. You see their issues. I don't know why your sister or anybody else is going to be broken in that way, because literally you can grow up in the same household and just be broken in different ways. You get different trauma. It's so fun. But you still, like, I don't know why these things happen, but it still is something that people will do. They will open up and they will try to embarrass you. They'll try to put you in a space where you have to feel a certain way, or like they draw the attention to you and away from them. There's a lot of these kind of instances, right? And again, just the bigger girl's always the easy target because of the way media, TV shows, movies, things like that were literally up until a handful of years ago, right? Like this is what we grew up with. So we grew up with so many examples of looking like what you don't want to be. And like, really? Like, like that's how it feels. Just like, go somewhere, go sit on it. Like I just, it doesn't make sense. It hurts. It's hard. It's a lot to bear. And then like to have that live in our psyche from being children, from being younger, from the times that we were not in control as much of like what we bought, of what, you know, the way we were presented. And we were really just kind of navigating through life, figuring it out, just raw dogging life like that, you know? Um, and these are common feelings, right? And so I'll say this: if you feel like maybe I need to throw the throw the attention over here, that's definitely a sign that you need to work on your confidence and like loving your body more, loving yourself more. Whether you're the person throwing somebody else under the bus for no reason, whether you're the person completely freaking out about the possibility of having to get dressed up or put on a bathing suit or be in this space, right? No matter what, if those feelings come up and it makes you feel like angry or genuinely anxious or like you need to do something else, like and a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of nervousness, you might just be excited. Like I'm not taking that away. You're allowed to feel feelings. You should have responses happen in your brain or whatever. But like if you are in a space where like that is the main thing, where that is so heavy for you that it's dragging you down, it's keeping you from doing things, it is keeping people from wanting to talk to you, it is putting you in a space that is uncomfortable, unsustainable, whatever, those are times where you really need to like take a step back, take that judgment, continue to evaluate for yourself, like, what do I feel here and why do I hate it? Why am I so angry? Why am I upset? And those are hard things. Those are hard things to face. Those are hard things to feel. And so on the alternative side of that, if you're consistently looking at people, say you have come to my page, right? Or you have seen just maybe it's somebody that you see as whatever role model or influencer or just somebody in your life, right? It could be your mom, aunt, things like that, right? If you see someone and you're like, I wish I had that joy and that comfort and that space. I wish I felt comfortable in my bathing suit like that. I wish I felt comfortable in these outfits like that. I wish I had the autonomy, XYZ, right? If you feel those things, if you get into that space, that's the like need slash much less angry space, but it's the same, it's two sides of that same coin. I feel messed up about not being confident in my body, and this is how it makes me view other people. That's it. This is an input output moment, right? And it's hard, like I said, because those things, the way they feel, they do exhibit differently in different people. But no matter what, if you're having those feelings, it is time to reflect to yourself, for yourself. This is what is important at this time, right? So, and like I said, I know the societal pressures are high. I know that people like are naturally comparison minded, and that is for our safety. I need you to remember that when people start comparing themselves to you, whether it's trying to join you or trying to put you away and cast you off, either way, comparison is a life skill. It comes in naturally. We need to know from early on in life, like why this person is like me and why this person is unlike me, or this creature, whatever it is, so that I don't put myself in an unsafe situation. All of that is real. The problem is what we have learned as unsafe. People have learned that fat and fat rolls, right? They're ugly, disgusting, dangerous. They're bad. You are clearly unhealthy. You're a terrible person for having them exist on your body. All of that, and it's like, that's not a thing. Nobody is inherently evil for having weight on their body. Nobody. No one ever born, ever created. That's not a thing. Zero people. But as larger people, you get ostracized, you get put in here, you get judged, you get evaluated like this or whatever because of how your body looks. It sucks. Yes, thank you, thank you for the likes, thank you for sharing, thank you for the gifts. I appreciate the gifts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anything you are willing to contribute, I always appreciate. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Please share, please continue all the things. Thank you so much, Jenny. So, and KB, thank you, KB. So what I want to take you through here is how to start to celebrate your body. Hold on. I know people said things. You are perfect. Nobody better be talking shit. I'll throw hands. I appreciate you, boo. No worries. No worries. No worries. You are welcome. Thank you, Wendy. Wandy. Thank you, Wandy, for being here. Oh, and I know there was none. Okay. She would come to me, say, talking to my friends about personal things, and she would say, I don't, nobody cares or whatever. This is, I mean, again, this is the same thing. People being mean. People want to be mean because it makes them feel better. There's nothing, and like it only feels better momentarily because now I just don't feel like the lowest person around. I still feel pretty low. I just don't feel like the lowest person around. So again, this is a space where it is really important to change your mindset, right? Change your mindset, take those negative experiences and those comments and understand that again, those words came from hurt and broken people. Things that you can do to start loving your body more, to come to a space where you actually do appreciate yourself, you appreciate the people around you, you have gratitude, you have a high level of understanding, you have, and honestly, like if your goal was to really not give a damn about what else is going on, loving yourself is one of the best ways to get there. Because if you feel like, oh my God, I'm so stressed, I'm so anxious, I'm so this, I'm so that. Yeah, if you don't care about these other people, it's fantastic. Hey, boo. Thank you. Oh, that's so sweet of you. Thank you so much. So as I said, like the ways we do this is to gain control, take control for yourself, start to love yourself a little bit more. And I hate it. I cannot stand it. We were like, just love yourself, just do it. It's there. Just put on the bathing suit, just whatever. If it was that simple, you would have done it. That and listen, that message is for somebody. And when I tell you, put on the damn bathing suit, put it on. It's hot. Like just go do, be, have fun, right? I mean that. But sometimes you need a little bit more support than that. So if you are on the Yoke app, I've been posting daily affirmations. And this is something that I do pretty regularly anyway. I have affirmation cards on my website. If you would like to download them, they're in my digital downloads. And they're just $5. So it'd be a nice support for me and a very simple process for you. But like affirmations are a very simple way to just kind of tap into you, be more direct, more aware, and repeat these things to yourself. Fool yourself into believing it, whatever you want to say, right? This is how you learn, you retrain your brain into thinking differently, into feeling differently, and wanting to do differently, and participating differently, and not feeding your own self stress, but feeding yourself positive things that are going to make you feel better, that are going to make you feel more confident, more self-love, right? More support for you, so you don't feel like you shouldn't feel this way, or you don't feel like you look bad, look wrong, or doing something wrong. You're not doing anything wrong other than thinking poorly about yourself. And so like this, because when I say like body positivity and stuff, and I talk about my roles and whatever, like I have definitely heard this being spoken about as like promoting obesity. I'm not. I don't know. There's not no one, but there's very few people promoting obesity. The people, when you see those videos of people scarfing down a whole plate, not a whole plate, a table of food, those people, go yell at them, I guess. I don't care. But the thing is that we also know that those people don't care, right? So that's the thing. People that want to pick at people online are not going to come at those people. They're going to come at us. They're going to come at other larger body people that like, oh, well, you must be insecure, so I'm ready to go in on you. And like they picked the wrong one. That's all I'm saying. Right? I know that the concept of, like I said, those roles and fat and being larger and being squishy or whatever was villainized when we were children. It was villainized and it was like comedy, right? We were just the butt of the joke. And neither one of those things need to be the case, especially not in your real life, right? And I talk about this all the time with like larger women too, curvier women. If you were big, if you were born big, you was big bone from the time you were a child, you've received all types of crazy ass comments. I'm 100% sure about it. That's that was my life. I know it was their life. There's no way, right? But in that space, you also went through the process of being like hit on and seen as super attractive by a certain group of people from the time that your body started to fill out. And then also at the same time, we're spoken to like, oh, your body is so gross and you shouldn't be that big and you need to lose weight. And it's like, so how is it both? And so your brain gets into a space that is very confused, very uncomfortable, very hurt. You don't know what to do. You try, like I mentioned before, you try the baggy clothes, you try to hide your body so that you don't get spoken to like this. That doesn't matter at all. And then it doesn't matter how much you put into your look or your effort. There's going to be somebody that, again, feels like you're amazingly gorgeous and they want all the pieces of you. And then there's somebody else that is completely disgusted by you and doesn't want anything to do with you. And neither one of those people are your business. I just need to make that clear. Neither one of them. It does not matter. They can think what they want to think. They can live their life the way they want to live it. It does not matter. You can move on. Thank you. She's my fave. So, hey. So that concept of like body positivity, what does body positivity mean to you? Feel free to put your answers in the comments. I would love to hear it. What that body positivity really actually means, what it sounds like to you, what it tells you, the place that it puts you in. And I mean, there's tons of interpretations of this, but I do feel like there is a core answer. So I'm going to let you give those responses. But that's a good one. Coming up with a couple more. Um, right. But getting into body positivity is exactly how you can like start to celebrate your body, celebrate what it can do, celebrate how you are allowed to feel, right? Celebrate the space that you can create for yourself. This is why I do yoga. This is part of the reason why I always push yoga, and like my coaching is based in actually doing yoga. The spaces that I maintain, my retreats, all of that is based in doing yoga. Learn to love your body, learn to do things with your body, learn to come into a space with your body that you've never found before and get stronger and support yourself and do all those things. Um, I say I used to hate my roles for real. Like could not, I was so ashamed, I was so scared, I was so uncomfortable. I didn't want to show them. I didn't want any outfits that could possibly even hint that they existed on my body, which was absolutely foolish, right? Absolutely foolish because they were very clear. They have not gone anywhere, and people have comment on how my body has changed for since I got into the wellness world. Um, Tons and tons of times, right? And like, I don't necessarily, I always say, like, I don't want to be your weight loss goals. I never want to be, I don't teach weight loss. People have come to me for private sessions and I've said, well, I've asked what their goals are and I told them straight up to their face, I don't do weight loss. Um, because that's how I feel. I'm not training you on weight loss. Will you probably lose weight starting a yoga regimen when you have not been doing anything with your body? You haven't been moving, haven't been working out, haven't been eating well, haven't been drinking enough water, haven't done, I could go on, right? If you start a yoga practice and a yoga program, a yoga journey, and you have not been taking care of yourself, you will definitely gain in health. You will get stronger, you will get more flexible, you will do all the things, right? And that can very easily lend itself to you losing weight, your body looking slimmer, your body being leaner because of all the stretching out of your muscles and things like that. All of that, all of that is real, but you actually have to take charge and do it and try it in order to make that happen. All right, let me get some of these answers. Body positivity means being kind to myself regardless of what my body looks like. Absolutely. And yoga definitely helped me with my body love journey. Oh, that's beautiful. And I love that. And this, like I said, this is exactly why I focus on this for my coaching and my programs and my retreats. Like, I want there to be that growth. I want to help facilitate that growth for people. Body positivity means accepting and celebrating my body, feeling gratitude for what I've accomplished and survived in it. Yes, 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 yes. And dating to be kind to the body I have now and loving who I am, but also being open to improvements. Yes, right. And then like so, and a big thing there, being open to improvements. What is an improvement? What is an improvement? What's better, right? Is it better that you are stronger? Yeah. Is it better that you have more endurance? Sure. Is it better that you like the way you look when you're in your clothes or whatever? Sure. Um, is it better that you're necessarily skinnier? No. Is it better that you're necessarily lighter? No. Is it better that you're in a smaller clothing size? No, not necessarily. And that's the difference. Understanding that space of like, okay, well, I really do want to work on me. I want to be here. I want to be able to make it through an entire 60-minute yoga class. Awesome. I want to be able to run around with my kids and not feel exhausted. Amazing. I want to be able to go on this vacation and get to see and climb Machu Picchu. Awesome. These are amazing things, right? But improvements don't always mean skinny. I hate when people think that's the only aim. Exactly. I say that all the time. I am not your damn before picture. Absolutely not. Like, that's really it. I'm not your before picture. I am strong and beautiful and amazing today at this weight, at this size, with this body. And I'm cool with that. You don't have to be. That's the great thing about it being my body and not yours. That that is always it. I'm not here to lose weight. On our last retreat, when we were in Bali, it was literally like the last night in Bali. um, the Clyde ran up some steps to get a video at the top of a temple where we were. We had just gone down these crazy different height, ridiculous steps at the beach. And so the girls were like, we're gonna skip this one. We're gonna skip this one. That's okay. We don't need to see it. And like I do, I get it. That's a choice. I understand. And he went, and when they said that they weren't gonna go, that was when he ran up the steps. And I said, yeah, that's why I keep him around. A joke. But I was like, that's why I keep him around. So he can get this. All I said was that's why I keep him around. And one of the participants was like, to keep you motivated. And I was like, motivated for what? I could do those steps, one. And I did end up doing the steps because I wanted to go see since none of them were there. And then two, like, motivated for what? Like, if I'm treating my body well, if I am doing the things that I need to do, if my bills are paid and my business is minded, what is the motivation? What do you think I need motivation for? And that proved to me in that moment, like, there's a lot of mindset stuff that needs to happen. And like, we're allowed to feel this way. Like, I'm not saying that that's a problem necessarily, like, altogether to have. It's a problem to keep. It's a problem to hold on to. It's a problem to cleave to. You could let go of it. You could let go of those thought processes. You're looking at me as a person who paid for my retreat, me. You came to my retreat. You saw what I do. You see what I do. We've had multiple conversations. This is the last night. We've been here all week. You've seen the things that I can run around up and down, do all the stuff. And just the fact of my size, with you being here with me, means to you that there's weight to lose. And that's not true. That is not necessarily true. I say it like my body, I've definitely lost weight moving to Florida because I've moved to the damn surface of the sun. And it is 90 degrees. It's 90 degrees at like 10 a.m., y'all. So that's just what it is. I don't starve myself. I intentionally don't really do anything when it comes to the sense of nutrition here, because I don't want you to think that this is a weight loss page. It's not. I show up. I put good things into my body and I do good things for myself. This is how this works out. This is all I teach people when we do our coaching, when we have our retreats, when we do these sessions, when we talk about it. If I know I'm treating my body well, what judgment could you cast on me that would actually matter? I can't do these things for myself and be as messed up as somehow I'm perceived. What recommendations do you have for new beginners in yoga? What should I do consistently to strengthen my yoga journey? Girl, did somebody send you here to give me the layup? Because that's one of those things that I wanted to talk about. And as we bring this conversation kind of to a close, so one thing that I do want you to be aware of, hopefully, I know not everybody has an Instagram anymore, but on Instagram, I have, right? On Instagram, I've opened up a broadcast channel. And I've been having a little bit of conversation there. What's going to happen in the next couple of weeks? I am rolling some things out. I've been trying to finish and finalize things for my Unlocking Self-Love 25 retreat. I'm excited about that. I have no details to share with you. I got nothing to say. You'll find out soon. If you're on my mailing list, you should definitely get the information as soon as possible. But if you're not on my mailing list, make sure you get on my mailing list. Anyway, what I was saying. So I have the broadcast channel on Instagram. So make sure you join that so you can be a part of the conversation. I've gathered plenty of information there. There's a lot of beginner yogis there. If you were on Instagram, if you just go to my profile, right at the bottom of my information, like right there, it says my broadcast channel. And if you want to be a part of the Thick Thigh Yoga Vibes broadcast channel, you can bring yourself over there and be a part of the conversation. I also plan on having, I'm literally, there's a document open on my computer, figuring it out for real. But I've already started I have I've started the conversation about accountability groups with my girls that came to Bali, but I also want to have a group for people that are not quite there, right? So more beginner, um more basic, more very beginning, getting into it type of stuff. So I'll be doing quick 15-minute lives to get there. Now, what I would say when it comes to just beginner yogis altogether, um, I would I have plenty of very short 10 minutes or less YouTube tutorials for specific poses, as well as I have a like teaching you to flow, very beginner, like this is the kind of flow you're going to need to learn to get to do a vinyasa yoga class if you were going to go in for classes at a local studio, at the gym, whatever, right? I have that entire beginner yoga series available online on YouTube. That is free. That is $0, right? And if you don't trust it, if you're saying like, well, I don't know what to do. Really, the best thing I always tell beginners is come to a class, do a session, do private sessions, book a set of private sessions to have the conversation and to get the specific instructions for you and your body. What's the name on YouTube? It's Thick Thigh Yoga. What's my name on Instagram? Thick Thigh Yoga. Also on TikTok, Thick Thigh Yoga. We're also going Threads, Twitter. If you can't find me, you're not trying. And I say that with love. I say it every time. I am Thick Thigh Yoga. If you can follow this and go up to my profile and go to their page, all my links are there. There is no hiding. I am not hiding me. I am not hiding the opportunity to work with me. I'm not hiding the opportunity to watch those things that are free. I'm not hiding the opportunity to get these higher value paid experiences. I'm not hiding it. So if you can't find it, you're not looking. Again, she said with love. Okay. So those free and those open beginner opportunities are there. And again, book a private session. And maybe it's not me. Maybe you don't like me. Maybe you don't want to hear my voice. Maybe I intimidate you, whatever. Maybe my prices aren't the prices for you. I'm cool with all of that. I know tons of yoga teachers. I know teachers in your area, most likely. So feel free to message me and let me know, like, I'm looking for a teacher in Maryland. I know 4 yoga teachers in Maryland. I know 5 yoga teachers in New Jersey. I know 20 yoga teachers in California. Like, I know European yoga teachers. If you really just, I need somebody near me and I'm confused, I don't know, you can do a search. But if you want to ask me, feel free to ask me. I like to be able to answer those questions and give you the resources. But really, I would love for you to work with me too. I love doing online sessions. I love starting people on their yoga journeys. And if you ask other yoga teachers about it, some people don't like it. They want to teach like advanced. I want to teach advanced people and teach these extremely hard classes with no instructions or whatever. That's your business. I love starting beginners off because you don't know anything bad yet. You don't know anything foolish. You haven't learned to hurt yourself yet. Start from scratch. Let's go. I'm ready. And if you're nervous about, like I said, working with me or whatever, go to that YouTube video. Try the 30-minute beginner YouTube class. It starts out with your butt on the floor. Okay. And again, if you feel like, nah, that's too much, I can't do this, then you don't want to do it. And that's cool too. You don't have to want it, but enjoy that for yourself. That's how I feel about that. You don't have to want it. You don't have to want me. That's fine. But it is a great way for you to get connected to connected to your body. Like yoga in general is a great way to get connected to your body. This is part of the reason why this is my brand and my business. Like being confident in your body starts from knowing what your body can do, understanding, gaining strength, flexibility, just other abilities, skills, and like to do things that feel good for your body, whether they look cool or not, is going to make you feel good. I know that it's like that. I just said something that if you have not been in touch with your body for 20 years, sounds like foolishness. I get it. I absolutely get it. But that's who I am. This is what I do. I get clients all the time. My newest client is a 65-year-old woman who is incredible. She's so spunky and like she moves. She's like, I don't know. I don't have flexibility. I don't have strength. I don't know what to do. And I have lost touch with my body, and she is killing it, y'all. And again, 65-year-old woman. So if you think that this isn't reasonable, it's impossible, it's whatever, I am literally telling you that a woman the age of retirement has been showing up and bossing out. And I love it. And this is what I see this space as being. This is what I see the broadcast channel and the subscriptions being. This is where I see the accountability group going. Having a space that feels safer to have these conversations, to ask your questions, to promote the one-on-one things, right? So, like I said, there's a lot, there's details that'll come with that. I don't have those details to share with you. They will exist because I want it to make sense. I want it to make sense, and I want it to be valuable. I want it to make sense, and I want it to make sense for me. I'm not going to overrun myself for y'all. I love you. I'm not going to overrun myself for y'all. Why? Because that goes against my brand. That goes against what I do. That goes against being confident in myself. I'm not running myself ragged for anybody until I have children. I refuse. And even them, hopefully we're gonna have a system or something, like I gotta have a man that's gonna deal with a lot of it. That's a lot, right? Until then, none of y'all are my children. I love you so much. That doesn't matter. I'm not gonna overrun myself for you. That's it. Y'all can function without me. And I have things in place like my YouTube videos, like the Thighberry. So the Thighberry, if you are a person that has done the beginner stuff, has answered the question, has have your questions answered, but you feel like, okay, I don't want to go into the gym for a class. I don't feel comfortable in a studio, whatever. I want to practice at home. I want to practice alone. I want to practice with a teacher that I think understands my body. Great. So I have the Thighberry. This is on my website. Your first month is free when you try out the Thighberry. It is essentially a playlist of recordings from my Saturday live yoga classes. They you can play them at your pace. You can find the classes that work for your body. You want to work on splits? Find all the videos that work on hip openers and splits. You want to work on headstand? Find all the videos that work on inversions and headstands. You want all of this is available to you when you join the Thighberry. So that is an option. But I understand that that's not necessarily right for everybody, which is why I offer live classes, which is why I offer live sessions. I like working with people. I like having the conversation. I like answering the questions. I like making it make sense. I was a special education teacher for almost a decade in New York City. Yes, I taught special ed in East New York and in South Brooklyn. I can teach a lot of people a lot of things, okay? So I'm saying there's space. I can make it accessible to you, I think. Now, with all that said, I just want you to know that there is space for you in the Thick Thigh Yoga community. Things are being built. If you are not on the mailing list, please make sure you're on the mailing list. If you need my newsletter, you can sign up to make sure you get my newsletter right in your inbox. Newsletter subscribers get new bonuses every month. Thighberry members get new gifts and bonuses every month. The subscribers that are the subscribers in my new subscription program are going to get the 15-minute live sessions twice a week so that we keep you up on what's on your body, right? Get you on the mat, get you moving. If you aren't there time-wise for the live videos, the playbacks will be available to you as well. That's the point. I want this resource to exist. And I want you to know that 15 minutes of movement is great for your body. I don't want you to think you have to be on the mat and working super hard for an hour and a half in order to get anything out of it. That's just not true. I don't know why anybody told you that. That's crap. Doesn't matter. And it's not going to necessarily get you into any of these poses faster because you're just going to hurt yourself. You don't know what you're doing. 15 minutes is fantastic. So the ways you get there, I ran it down. Somebody asked me what my YouTube channel was. It is Thick Thigh Yoga. As I said before, everything is Thick Thigh Yoga. I am Thick Thigh Yoga. I am Seisha. I am Thick Thigh Yoga. If you are here on this page, you can find me. You can find those connections. You can find those videos. You can make that happen. I would love to get your feedback. I want you to comment on the YouTube videos, share them, share these videos. All of this is important to me. It is important because I want you to have access. I always want it to be accessible and I want it to make sense. You let go of things that don't make sense. That's it. If it doesn't make sense, you quit because it's like, this is confusing. I don't like it. This is why this is why I want to have these conversations and I want to make these spaces accessible to you. If you have questions about confidence, again, I am also extending that. So that's a part of the subscription stuff. It will be an extended conversation in this Thick Thigh Thursday setting, giving you more of those answers, right? So a lot of times we have some time to kind of have a little bit of conversation, but we don't get to like real specific things or into people's situations. And I want that for you. I want to be able to provide that space, and I want to be able to have those deeper conversations with you. So those things are also going to be added to the subscriptions. There will be plain information about it that you can read in bullet points, because I know our brains, we got ADD. It's, I blame the internet where we are right now. So, but we're here, and that's important. So please make sure that you are on my mailing list, that you're in the broadcast channel. All of that is free. And then the things that come on top of that, the subscriptions, the memberships, those things, if they're right for you, they exist. This space is here. It's up to you whether you want to take it and grab it. And this is how we love our bodies better. We lean on each other, we be realistic, and we actually make it happen. Like, put it into practice. Okay, like you love yourself. Like, I want to get you there. I want to get you there so bad. I want to work with you. Alrighty, I love you all greatly. Thank you so much for being here. If you are looking for the playback,